Okay, that's Bobby Hillen in the car 77 down on the inside. It looks like he and Brett Bodine got together. Here comes Bobby Labonte. He's going to hit the Brett Bodine car, roll over on his top, slide down the track on his top, then it'll flip back onto the wheels.
That had to be an eternity for Bobby Labonte. You could see him lock it up in the 18 and try to fight his way to the bottom to get out of this mess. And that's the result.
Car, Casey Atwood almost lost control.
And a big...
Oh, trouble.
Oh, and one car upside down.
Casey Atwood. And sliding through the grass, Kenson winds around.
White and yellow flag.
Atwood's car is destroyed. Number 27 car on the left side of your screen.
Andy Hillenberg gets in the back of him, and he gets into the outside wall. You can see the 18 car there. The hood's all torn up on it where he got in the back of Casey Atwood.
Goes right up and almost over Mike McLaughlin.
Comes back down on the back end and then back to the front end.
There goes the radiator and the springs.
Now the good part is that probably looks really bad to the racing fan, but it's sliding on the roof. That's where all the roll cage is. It does not start turning over until it scrubs off a tremendous amount of speed. Now watch him when he hits the grass here. It'll turn over several times there, but the speed is down where it's not like 190 miles an hour crash.
Take a look at some of the highlights from the Grand National 300 that has just been finished. Late in the race with 7 laps to go. That's L.D. Ottinger getting around. But watch this. Sailing through the picture comes Brett Hearn, the New Jersey driver. From another angle, Hearn has been taken to Halifax Hospital for x-rays of a potential ankle injury.
They've all tested one another back and forth. We've got trouble in the first turn. A bad accident. Gene Glover's number 71 car flipping end over end. The other car, Jarrett, car number 8. Jarrett unbuckling, now climbing out of his machine. No movement on Glover's car. And Jarrett is hurt. He falls to the ground, rolls over. Still no movement out of Glover's car. The fire crews are on the way, though there is no fire on either machine. That white vapor is steam coming out of Jarrett's engine, but he is now lying still on the ground. Gene Glover, we can just barely see, is moving around in his car. The fire crews are there. One of them is talking with Glover. He's apparently all right but shaken up. But Jarrett is lying on the ground. He's not moving a great deal. He might be seriously hurt. His car appeared to just center punch Glover's spinning race car. An incredible accident down between the first and second turn here at Charlotte. Looking at it one more time, there is Glover. He is spinning, and Jarrett just hits him right square center in the back of the car. Now Glover goes upside down once, continues rolling upside down a second time. Jarrett's car is just slowly sliding along the racetrack. A pirouette out of Glover's car, a third time upside down. It's going over again and again. The 5th time upside down. And finally rolls to a stop right side up. Both drivers badly shaken up.
Mark Martin's wheel comes off. He gets off the course and gets up on the bank, gets those tires Ned was talking about.
And it just upsets the car and flips it right over on its roof.
His wheel was off.
Just stays right there.
Yeah, the wheel obviously came off of the car as he was exiting pit road, and Mark is running back to the pit area. So obviously he is in fine shape, but the pit crew is...
I bet you he changes the left rear tire.
Yeah.
Oh, trouble! Steve Park is off into the infield. Another car valve over on his lid. It's Parkindale Jr. Terrible crash.
Watch the yellow car back there just turn left.
And when you hit wet grass, it feels like you pick up 200 mile an hour.
But you can see how that barrier gave way. When
Absolutely.
That, car
that barrier absorbed a lot of energy, and I'll tell you what, that nice to see happen, because if that were a concrete wall, he would have taken a much harder hit.
Another angle. Here is another angle of what happened. You can see him sliding in and getting caught and flipping backwards, upside down, and then those hard, nasty, sidewinding rolls. that bites you.
Well, the car just suddenly did a complete reverse roll there. It's spinning one way, then it suddenly stops and reverse spins.
He has built a big lead. Trouble on the 167th lap. Foyt has no brakes and ducks to the inside to avoid Junior Johnson. Foyt goes into the dirt at over 100 miles per hour and flips end over end for several hundred feet.
And we've got trouble on turn number 4. Car number 30 is upside down. That's Walter Ballard's car. Buddy Baker also involved.
Ballard's car coming to rest right side up. We hope he's okay. Walter Ballard from Texas, the rookie last year, and he looks as though he's climbing out. Buddy Baker was involved in that one too, Pete.
Only 2 cars, everybody else still going. 2 cars involved. Ballard running there, going across pit road. There is no fire, but Walter wanted to get away from it in case there was.
Neil Bonnet, number 12, by less than a car length. But on the backstretch, Richard Brooks rides one down hard.
Museum piece. Here it is again. The car getting airborne now. Air gets in the car, turning it up sideways. It comes reverse side and then back down on its wheels, and now it will flip over onto its roof. And Jeff Bodine holding on for dear life as Harry Gant slides by up in the top of your picture. The car sliding up across the track. Just be thankful that a couple of good driving maneuvers to keep other traffic from barreling into Bodine's car. Continues to slide now on its roof. You see the sparks spurring there from the top of the roof. Here's our turn 1 camera shooting as the car comes toward it. Traffic staying up high, and Eli, it's just a miracle no one else was able to barrel into Jeff Bodine.
It's going to be interesting to see what happened in our camera. We picked it up just a tad late as Jeff was already out of control across the grass. Tommy Houston and Harry Gant were still running in that.
Look out. Ken Spikes hits the retaining wall, but lands right side up. The crowd is stunned. Spikes is still in the car. There's no fire, but the safety crew takes every precaution. Spikes is injured, but not seriously. He'll race again, but not today.
Oh, Kenny Schrader got out of control, got into him. Oh, that's what happened, Mike. His right rear tire came off. Car goes airborne, then when it hits the ground, it digs in and just rips it apart. Let me tell you, the way these cars are inside, he's like he's in a capsule in there.
Back straight away.
Well, he's in the middle of that pack of front-running cars, and all of a sudden he comes out of it, apparently getting bumped. You can see the hood fly off the cars. He spins around on the grass on the backstretch and then into a bank, and it flips the car over all the way over on his 4 wheels. He has the presence of mind pretty quickly to fire the car up and get it going again.
And drove it back into the pits.
Well, here we see it from a different angle as we see it spinning through the grass, approaching the bank of dirt. And when it hits that bank of dirt, it just rolls the car right over very nicely one time and back on his wheels.
And he's already back on the track.
Oh, level and in trouble is 07 LaJoy. Randy LaJoy slamming into the wall. Randy LaJoy out of Norwalk, Connecticut, destroying his automobile. Randy LaJoy, second generation driver, absolutely destroying the Bob Johnson car number 07.
It appears to me maybe 10 or 12 cars is all that's left. Boy, that 2 car went over big time and then gets hit, tumbles. That car's, look at that thing, Larry. It's turning every which way.
And then the 21.
And then he gets in the grass. Watch this.
Shot across.
Gets hit again.
Johnny Sauter, number 2, out of his car and okay.
I saw one of the most spectacular accidents that I've ever seen in motor racing occur at this track last year in the Permitex 300. Red Farmer barrel rolled his car, how many times I don't know, down the front straightaway. The man escaped almost uninjured. He was at the racetrack the next day. How did that occur? It occurred because, first of all, the car is properly built, And when an accident occurs, NASCAR have now built in so many backup safety facilities that a driver really has a very strong possibility not only to live through an accident, but not be seriously injured. From my point of view, in all of my racing, I've never seen a safer form of motor racing than NASCAR.